Hey, what's up guys, it's Mike. So, quick video. I posted up some videos earlier talking about Battlefield 4 on the PS4 and Xbox One, and I kind of try to rip my opinion out of those videos just so I could, it's a general first impression thing just from looking at it. A lot of them were only like 45 seconds to a minute and a half, and I just wanted you guys to kind of make your own opinions on it. It doesn't kind of make sense for me to give you a disposition on it, so you kind of maybe lean more towards me, or if you dislike me, lean against me on purpose. So anyways, I'm kind of just going to give my take on it. I think that I'm going to kind of talk about why a lot of people think that the Xbox One version looks better, because I've noticed that it's about a 2 to 1, maybe 2/3 people are saying that the Xbox One version looks better for a number of reasons, but I think that it's about a 5/6 of the people agree that the Xbox One version is extremely lacking when it comes to anti-aliasing compared to the PS4. So I think that with the deeper colors and the slightly higher texture quality and occasionally a little more particles on screen, I think that that is due to the fact that the Xbox One is running at 720p. Now, this is completely, there's no proof to back this up, but I think that the Xbox One version running at the exact same level as the PS4 was probably hitting maybe 800p and maybe 850p, somewhere around there. And they went ahead and pulled it back. They said, you know what, it's not hitting 900, we'll just bring it back to 720. That way we could focus on some other things, making the game run smoother. And I think when they brought it back, they were able to make the textures slight, and it's so ever so slight. You can't tell, you can barely tell the difference. I mean, people are nitpicking 1 pixel here and 1 pixel there, so it's kind of hard to really tell. But and also sometimes there's slightly more particles on screen. It's really hard to tell. It just depends on the screenshots that you're looking at, to be honest with you. But there is some clear distinction in texture quality when you look at, I think his name's Irish. It's the black guy. If you look at his head, the hair on his head, it's a lot cleaner on the Xbox One version versus the PS4 version. But like I said, the Xbox One version is having some serious issue with anti-aliasing. I don't think the resolution's too much playing part. I think it is a little bit, but I think it's a lot of the anti-aliasing just to clean up, because anti-aliasing really just cleans up those edges that the resolution is displaying. And even 1080p needs some anti-aliasing. It doesn't need as much, but anyways. And if you've seen a video on my in the past, I can't remember what it was about. It was about Battlefield 4, but I went ahead and showed you that 900p is about, I think it was either 48 or 52% more resource intensive than 720p. So I think that's where they were able to pull back some of those resources on the Xbox One, because they stuck with the lower resolution. And the PS4, they've come out and said that it's about maybe anywhere between 30 and 50% more powerful than the Xbox One. So that kind of makes sense that that's where we're at right now. But at the same time, the washed out colors, it really just depends. If you prefer the sharper edges, you got to go PS4. If you prefer the deeper colors with slightly better texture quality, you're going to want to look at the Xbox One. Ultimately, if you have both systems, it really doesn't matter. I think people were expecting a lot bigger of a difference. I think that a lot of people who prefer the PS4 and also people who preferred the Xbox One were going towards media that pretty much told them what they wanted to hear. You know what I mean? So if you were a huge PS4 guy, hated the Xbox One, you probably watched a lot of videos talking about how fantastic the PS4 is and how crappy the Xbox One is, and vice versa, on the Xbox, watching Xbox Pro videos. So I think what people were expecting was, nothing less than Nintendo 64 graphics versus, Crysis 3 on max ultra settings running on, what's that supercomputer that plays chess and beats everyone. It's so minuscule difference. And both actually provide, actually some pros and cons that are quite, transitional. I mean, it's sometimes this one looks a little bit better, sometimes that one looks better. It's, I think they did a fantastic job on the game. What I want to praise them for is the sound design. If you've been able to listen to one of those with nice, pair of headphones, the sound quality is so fantastic, and I think that everyone's going to get a really, really fantastic experience, and I'm actually really glad. You know, it's kind of a big weight lifted off my shoulders. I almost don't want to talk about PS4 versus Xbox One anymore. I feel like the games are here. You know, the truth is out. The Xbox One and the PS4 are very, very similar. You know, there are pros, there are cons on both sides, but it, you know, like this is kind of my standpoint the whole time. I'm kind of just here to just, you know, ride the ride, see how it goes, and play the games and see what, you know, see what they look like. But I was never really like fearsome on one side or the other. I just preferred a more even fight. I kind of didn't like videos that were, you know, pro this or pro that. I kind of like hearing both sides of it. And I think now I'm just kind of, you know, tired of it. I think that we've seen it, and, you know, some versions of games will look better on one, some versions of games will look better on the other. I think ultimately the PS4 will be capped out. It won't be capped out as fast as the Xbox One by maybe a year. I think there will be a year where you know, the PS4 will still be increasing, where the Xbox One is kind of being capped out, but you know, that's yet to be seen. It's kind of hard to tell. Honestly, I think the experience that everyone's going to get on Battlefield 4, it's by far the most exciting game I've seen coming out for the Xbox One and the PS4, and it's definitely going to be the first game that I buy. And if you have a PS4, I would still highly suggest you buying it. If you have an Xbox One, I'd highly suggest you buying it. I think that it's a real treat, and I'm really excited how nice they were able to get all these versions to look. So anyways, if you like this video, please go ahead and give it a like. Check out the 2 videos on screen, and if you want to see more on this kind of stuff, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know if you want to see some stuff in the future. You know, give me some feedback on what you'd like to hear about, and also go ahead and subscribe. That way you'll be up to date on all my new videos. I try to post once a day, all kinds of stuff, whether it be Battlefield 4, Bungie's Destiny, Titanfall, you know, Xbox One, PS4, Killzone. You know, I pretty much talk about whatever is, you know, interesting to me, and a lot of time is what's interesting to a lot of you guys too. So anyways, thanks for watching.